the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
Out here in Oklahoma, we have got wind for days. That's why we also have these. Wind turbines are a dime a dozen out here, and I want to find out. Windmollen, Molino a Vento, whirligigs, windmills. They're classic. They've been used for centuries to pump water, to grind corn or flour, or sometimes just to be adorable. But there's only one reason for these guys: to generate electricity. But how, you ask? Well, wind turbines like these use electric generators to turn the motion of the blades into electrical current. It's not magic, it's magnetism. It's something called Faraday's law. The first thing you need to know is that magnets have magnetic fields. Exhibit A, Mr. Sock Monkey and his beard. When I hold a magnet up to Mr. Sock Monkey's beard of iron, the slivers of metal line up with the magnetic fields of the magnet. You can actually see the magnetic field lines. All magnets are surrounded by an invisible magnetic field. Now, if you take a copper wire and move it through that magnetic field, or you take a magnet and move it around a copper wire, something amazing happens. The moving charge of the magnetic field pushes on the electrons in the wire. That makes the electrons flow down the wire, and that is electricity. These turbines have a huge generator inside the nacelle. That's that bit on top there with the blades on it. This is a baby version of the kind of generator that's up in the nacelle, but I can show you how this works. In this case is a big magnet, surrounded by all of its magnetic fields. This is a rotor. This rotor is wrapped up in copper wire. The rotor fits inside the magnet. The blades are attached to the rotor. So when the wind spins the blades, the rotor spins inside of the magnetic field, which creates current in the copper wires on the rotor. And presto changeo, we are turning wind into electricity. But wait, there's more. You know that magnet inside of the generator? Well, it's not just any old magnet. The kind of magnet you're probably thinking of is like the kind you have on your refrigerator. Those are called permanent magnets. They keep their magnetism permanently. But magnets like that are too heavy and expensive to be used in a generator this big. So instead, most of these big generators use electromagnets. Electromagnets are magnets that are only magnetic when electricity is running through them.
Yay! Aww.
It's the same effect we talked about earlier, just in reverse. Just like a moving magnetic field can create electricity, moving electrical current can create magnetic fields. The electromagnet in these generators are really just huge coils of copper wire. When you run electricity into those copper wires, it turns the whole thing into a big old magnet. Of course, that means that these guys need a little bit of a kickstart. So they pull in a little bit of electricity from the grid to create the electromagnet. Once the wind starts sweeping down the plains, that rotor starts spinning and it actually generates more electricity than it's using. And all that extra electricity gets sent right back into the grid and to you. Yay, science!